Well, he said, this is a biological impossibility. And I said, from whom have you learned this? And I said, well, I feel like my teeth are melting. He hasn't responded yet. Stop it.
They always play you. They always play you, baby. They always play you. They always play you, baby. They always play you on the radio. They always show you on the video. No matter where I turn my dial, you got me. AMF, MX, and WWC. I can't get enough of you. You got me paper chasing, baby. Surrounded by pieces of the same puzzle you're making, baby. You're so impeccable. I bet you can't you do.
Well, on your cruise, there's a lot you can do, and we decided that we would take a behind-the-scenes tour on the Celebrity Equinox. You're seeing us all get together in Craft Social. No, we didn't have a beer first, though you know me. And we got these things that we put in our ears called whispers, and that allows the guy in front, who's our guide, to talk and that we can all hear it without him screaming. And this was an early morning thing. We met after we had breakfast about 9, and now we're headed to the main dining room, the MDR. This is where everybody likes to go have their dinner and hand sanitize. Walking through the doors, and we get to look around while no one is here because breakfast is over and they have cleared all the space. A little bit of orientation here. We're learning about the volume of meals that are produced on one of these ships, and I have conflicting numbers, but that's anywhere from 23 to 27,000 meals a day. Think about that number. It's crazy. I have an obsession with how much butter they go through. It's probably a ton or a pallet of it. Anyway, the gentleman here was one of the assistant maitre d's telling us about how they manage seating everybody, because everybody wants to have dinner when they show up, so they try to minimize your wait. You're looking right now at the wine cellar. Yes, that's the wine cellar here in the main dining room. Incidentally, they don't talk about it much, but the main dining room is designed to resemble champagne. How do they do that, you say? Those are little bubbles on the wall, and those bubbles mimic the bubbles in the champagne glass. So the wine cellar is divided into several parts. The cave in the front has the most expensive ones that they don't pull from very often. Now we're looking at an area where they grab the wines that are sold most frequently. Reds are here, and then we're going to flip around and we will look at the variety of other wines that they have that they need to keep cool. The Riesling, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, etc., etc. Some people like a Pinot colder than room temperature. The tour continues. Incidentally, you can still see some of those bubbles on the wall back there, thus showing you again that yes, this is a big champagne bottle. And sadly that door was locked, by the way. Not that I could have created a diversion, but good wines back there, stuff you want to enjoy. Extra glasses, so they're ready for me apparently. And we're going to not show it immediately, but it's going to come back in a couple seconds how you can then see the ceiling in the main dining room is a bunch of bubbles, little glass lighting fixtures, chandelier. When you see it, now you're going to know, oh, hey, Dave told me that that is a champagne bubble, or a bunch of them for that matter, and that's what they are. This table sees a lot of wine. I could probably spend a good deal of time here, but we're going to move on. Now, think about 23,000 meals a day. How many glasses of wine people want with that? Think about how many bottles of wine they go through a day. It's insane. Probably 5,000. Sommelier told me once. I've since forgotten, but it's an insane amount of glass that they produce for all the wine, the port, etc., not to mention the spirits. Headed back here into the kitchen. You can see on the right you go in, on the left you come out, so there's never a traffic jam. This gentleman has a mic, and I can hear him on my whisper, but sadly I didn't think to hook him up to one of my mics. and he is going to show us all of the galley operations here for the main dining room. Now, this Solstice class ship has several galleys in it. This one is the biggest because it handles the MDR, main dining room. Other galleys include the one up in the Ocean View Cafe, the buffet, and there are others around the ship, including the sushi bar. Sushi on 5 has their own galley, but this one's huge. So look around, it's stainless steel everywhere. Everywhere. Clean and clean and clean. So in these boxes, they put your food while it's waiting to come out. The box on the left holds all the milk. They make coffee. This is the final line where they assemble everything, and your server or assistant server will come and grab all of the food that you want. Here they're literally roasting tomatoes with oregano and basil and olive oil that they're going to put on your salad as soon as you order it. You know what? I don't think people realize that every single dish is made to order. When you go to the Ocean View Cafe, it's like a buffet. When you go to the MDR, the back galley that we're seeing now, it's not a buffet. There's not tray after tray after tray after tray of stuff. They literally make your steak when you order it and your server puts it in the computer. That is true with everything. So that's why the food is so good. That's why it's so award-winning. Another time, Celebrity doesn't pay me, but I love Celebrity. They should pay me. Note to Celebrity. But I love the food, and that's why it's been rated so highly all the time. It's fresh, and look at this kitchen. It's clean. Holy crap. After 25,000 meals in a day, you'd think it'd be a disaster. Because for me, after one meal in my kitchen, it's a disaster. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of dishes to be done after I make a meal, and I cannot even fathom the volume of dishes that this galley produces. So now we're going to head around the corner, and this is the pastry area where the breads and cakes, oh my goodness, everything. I have a shot of this later, maybe in the next video, of where they put that in the buffet. Cookies, you name it, scones, everything gets made here. Incidentally, the ship even makes its own ice cream, I was told. So they make everything. They buy a ton of raw ingredients and then make everything by hand. There was a special dinner on the ship for some high celebrities. Well, the celebrities weren't high, but you know, they were high-end people. And so this is an example of look at the colors of the freshness that they have. They're pulling all the ingredients so that they can make that dinner, especially for these VIP, maybe even the captain. All the dishes go through there. That's the dishwasher, so to speak. Now we're on a different deck. We have moved to where they keep the liquor stores. I'm going to say this, but I was told not to tell anybody, so don't tell anybody. They offered me a cot and a sleeping bag to stay in this room because it would save them a lot of work from having to serve me all the time. This is where it all ends up. Everything that's alcohol starts here. We're near the end of this cruise, so this room is looking kind of barren. Barren by celebrity standards, but they stock this thing every time they go back to port, and it gets filled to that ceiling with everything from vodka to rum, gin, spirits, the things you never think of because you don't buy them for your own bar. And then beer. You demand that you have a variety of beer, and by goodness, they have it. This is dry storage. This guy is responsible for all the dry storage and ordering it and maintaining it. So flour, spices, sugar, on and on and on. This is the space where they keep it all, pallets and pallets of, what is that, sugar? Yeah, endless. Goodness, it's all temperature controlled. The floors are non-slip, and you're going to see around here that they just stock everything. This is my favorite place here where they keep all the spices. Because how are you going to know if Dr. So-and-so comes on board and he wants to have a certain curry, or or she needs to have a special low-sodium thing? They don't know. No, they actually ask you to do a lot of requesting before you get on the ship, and they'll satisfy that. But if you didn't request it and then you get on the ship, then you're going to expect them to be able to service you, and that's why they have so much available to you. Let's look around here a little bit. So yeah, my pantry at home looks nothing like this. I do like to keep an extra sugar around, but they order in bulk. Maybe they have a Costco membership. No, come on, that's not a plug for Costco. But they have truckloads of stuff. If the sad day comes when you're getting off the boat and you are walking off and you look back at the ship, you will see trailers and pallets full of stuff they're loading onto the ship. I know it's a sad day and it's hard to see past your tears, so pause and look around, because you will want to see all of this stuff being loaded onto the ship. You'll miss it when you're boarding the boat because you're so excited, like I have always missed it until I started looking when I got off the boat. Okay, all right. This is me getting in trouble. I've got to go now.
And we have whole egg frozen, egg white, egg yolk, plain yolk, and sugar egg yolk.
And the butter. Tell me how much butter you bring on.
Butter we keep around 1,900 to 2,100 for 11 days.
So 2,000 pounds.
Yes.
A ton.
Yes. So
That's
this
crazy.
one per day consumption is like 190 to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So you need to keep like this.
That's an amazing volume of food.
Yes.
But you have a sense of what you're going to need before you go.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's amazing. Thank you for your time.
Have a new name.
You know, these crew members, they work a lot, but they have special spaces where they can relax and unwind and eat, and different choices even, not just one restaurant. Here's the laundry, one of the few operations on the ship that is 24/7, non-stop operation. Every towel that you see, every napkin in the main dining room, your sheets on your bed, the towels in your bathroom, the shirts and the clothing for the staff, your special dry cleaning, that your tux that you wanted to have pressed, everything goes through this operation on the ship, and it is massive. That machine there, you put a dirty whatnot in one end and it'll come out the other end looking just like that, folded and good to go. The thing folds your laundry. I still can't believe it. I don't know how it does that, but literally it will come out. There it did. It just happened in front of us.
Well, there you have it. Inside access to places where people don't get to go. Amazing tour, amazing people. It's all these people that make your tour, your cruise, something that's going to be memorable. Dr. Lim, this is a biological impossibility.